Welcome everyone to the Pisces full moon ceremony. That's happening tomorrow, actually early in the morning, tomorrow morning. So we're doing it today. We're right in the pocket. So let's go ahead and call in sacred space. All right. Actually, yeah, we're recording. All right, let's do this. Let's all take a big deep breath in and then drop, exhale, drop your grounding cords down, down, down into the earth. Just feel your body drop in, slot in, and open. Drop your cords down, drop your roots down, spread them out. Really anchor in. We're moving into that fall season. Lots of people love this time because it's cooler. So let your roots go down deep. And then inhale. Draw that earth energy up through your body. Send it up and out through the top of the head. Connect with the heart of the Divine Mother above us. And then inhale. Draw her energy down through your body. Send it all the way down into the earth. And activate that as above, so below flow. Just begin to feel that in your body. And then connect with that flow, breathing in and breathing out. Activate the as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give such great thanks to be in the physical realm right now. Moving to the south, we welcome water. We welcome clear, clean current. Emotional energy, we welcome love, joy, abundance, flow. Moving to the west, we welcome air and mind, focus and clarity. All of our guides, all of our etheric allies, we call them in. And moving to the east, we welcome fire, movement, passion, divine right action. Moving to the center, we welcome the divine feminine and the divine masculine in sacred right relationship. We call that beautiful energy down through our bodies. We call up Mama Gaia to pull and magnetize that energy through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary souls into this circle. We ask that all of these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us today for our mutual benefit. Oh, all right, loves, here we go. Come on, it's gonna be. always makes me so happy. Come on, you gotta stop. There you go. Whoops, it's gonna start. Here we go. We're gonna stop. Thank you. Okay. So hopefully things are starting to settle down for a lot of you. We have some kind of good, restful energy coming in, even though most of you may be feeling that Mercury retro feeling, especially if you have anything in Gemini or anything else that Mercury rules. That can feel a little bit wonky right now. I had a few of those things happening yesterday. But just take a moment, close your eyes, drop in to your body. And just notice what's going on for you today and what's going on for you as we move into this full moon energy. And then let's talk about that. Let's talk about what's going on. So tomorrow morning at about 5 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock, if you're on the East Coast, and then just it chunks through there. Tomorrow morning, the moon will be full exact. So it will look full. It looked full last night. It will look really full tonight. Tonight would be a good night if you like to do fire ceremonies. Tonight would be a good night to do that because you're right in that juicy pocket where we're pushing up towards full. So lots of really good energy supports whatever, anything you're releasing. And then at 10:38 p.m. Yay, perfect. So yeah, depending on where you are on the planet, it can already be full. So it already is full in Hawaii. But Mercury goes retro here in the Midwest tonight at 10:38 p.m. So like I said, we're already starting to feel the effects of that. So communications can be a little wonky. If you're trying to initiate things, that can be wonky too, because this is the time when we're going to start to settle down and integrate. We've all had big summers. Many of us have gotten to see our families and are coming out of the COVID haze, hopefully. And so there's lots of things, lots of transformation, lots of things to integrate. And this is a good time for that. So other things, full moon, once again, remember, we always release blockages to our moving forward on the full moon. Anything you want to let go of, now's the time. So specifically in Pisces, and we're going to talk about another little tidbit that's going on right now. Pisces is like, it has a lot of Neptune energy. And so it's about spiritual awakening. It's about deeply inspired love and creativity, being in the flow. So it can feel really good in Pisces, or because it's like the biggest water sign we have, it can feel like a struggle. And the reason is because too much water can cause us to dive into the dark side of Pisces, which feels aimless, like you're drifting, like you're bored. You may have had strange thoughts creeping in, like, you know, where you've been really clear and focused on who you are and why you're here. All of a sudden, you may just feel like none of that makes sense anymore. And when we get to those weird places, it's easy to go to substance abuse, addiction, all of that heavy if we hold lots of negative emotion in our bodies, that can cause us to feel kind of yucky right now. So this full moon is a really good time to let go of anything that you're holding on to that holds you back. My experience with that kind of low vibrational energy / depression is that usually there's something that my little Mercury self is avoiding. I'm rebelling. I'm pushing back against things that I know I should be doing. And if I just make the choice and step into whatever it is I'm avoiding, all of that lifts. So you want to be really discerning right now and give Pisces something better to do, because Pisces can be all about love, all about joy, all about spiritual awakening. It can really, experiencing moments of spiritual ecstasy is Pisces strong suit. So, so giving yourself opportunities, going to gatherings and events where you're going to do spiritual work with a group of people can be very potent right now. At the same time, we're moving into that Mercury retro time. So even though there's all of this joyful energy just laying here on the surface, you want to really drop in and begin to reflect on things around Mercury. How are you serving others? Because, Pisces is about service. How's your health? Are you paying attention to important details and subtleties or things that you need to finish? Mercury retrograde is always a great time to finish things you've already started, to repair things, to clean out the closets, to just like fluff things up and get ready for the next movement, which is going to happen October 2nd. That's when we move out of Mercury retrograde. So we have this nice little juicy window to just rest, to just integrate and relax and reflect on everything that's happened up to this point and how we've recovered in 2022 from the past 2 years that were very extreme for this whole planet. So hang on here, trying to find my poker. There it is. The other thing that's happening is that there's also a Neptune conjunction. So we get a double dose of Pisces energy. So what that means is that because Pisces and Neptune carry the same energy, and a conjunction is when planets are close together, that's going to make it even more juicy and yummy. Or if you have a tendency to dip into those lower vibrations, it can make it a little bit more difficult. And also, Uranus is a player as well. And Uranus is all about thinking outside the box. How are you expressing your full, authentic human self? And how can you more completely trust those intuitive hits when they come in? How can you serve others with the special talents that you love to use? And I really didn't realize when I set this up that this was happening, but that's kind of the way it works whenever I randomly poke things on a calendar. But we're moving into this Monday, we're going to have Stalking Your Sacred Work, which is a really good time to just dive deep into what it is you came here to do. And we spend about, I'd say about 3 hours. We're going to start at 10 a.m. Central Time. This is totally love offering based. So whatever you care to pay, but we're going to dive in. We're going to write a mission statement for your life. We're going to write a vision statement for your life. And this is the perfect time to get really, to just drop in, be still, get really clear on what it is you're doing. And so even if you've been clear up to this point, if you just need a refresher, if you just need to review, this would be a great opportunity to do that. So things you want to consider, and I'm going to give you a little time to journal, things you want to consider as we're moving into the full moon energy. What do you want to release? What are you integrating? And are there things that you know are in your way that you need to move out? What do you need to clear and cleanse as we move into the fall season? Do you know why you're here? And what is keeping you from living your sacred purpose? And then what needs gentle integration and completion? So go ahead and just get your journals out, journal with those questions for just a minute. And then we're going to move into the card pulling part of our ceremony today. And I would play music, but I don't have any soft music that isn't duty free. And this is going up on the YouTube. So we'll just be quiet and journal. So you can go ahead, excuse me, and keep journaling. I'm going to go ahead and move us into the card pull because there's so much good juiciness that may add to those questions. So what I pulled for us for the earth realm is present moment. And once again, the card deck I'm using is the tools of alchemy, the tools of the profitable priestess. So keeping your energy in the present moment is the most efficient way to get your creations into form. You cannot change the past and you can't control the future, but you can choose your actions in this present moment. Bringing all your energy into present time is the most efficient use of it. If you found yourself lost in worry or concern, you're leaking energy that you could be using to create. So you may want to ponder during this Mercury retro season, where are you stuck in the past? Where are you holding fear about the future? What should you be using your energy for instead? If you need more help getting into present time, go outside, get your feet on the ground, move your body. A lot of times, body movement, things like yoga, help you get your consciousness fully into your body. Focus your attention on taking action on a project. Nothing better to pull your focus back to the here and now. And then get out of avoidance and into the present moment. Everything we've been talking about. So journal with Earth for just a minute. See if she has anything else she wants to let you know, or if there's anything that you need to answer in those questions that are going to help you when we set intentions. And then moving south to the water realm, the card I pulled for us in this realm was connection. Once again, something else we were talking about. Water as an element has connective qualities. It can bind other substances together. This binding quality can turn random vegetables into soup and pigments and canvas into a painting. Connection between humans can dispel loneliness, lower stress, generate love, and heal wounds. The connective powers of water are deep and rich, and they are here to serve you. So where do you need more connection? During this rejuvenation time, which is really what this is, you may want to reach out and connect to family and friends. Then moving to the masculine axis, that think-do axis on the wheel, I pulled the card Libra, the balancer. Libra teaches us the importance of balanced relationships, and we're getting a lot of support around relationships right now. It encourages us to see things from all sides, honor each person's point of view, balance opposites, consider options, and mediate well. So when you're pondering your time during Mercury retrograde, how can you create safe space for everyone in your world to be valued? Do you need to develop more cooperative social skills? Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's where I learned. That's why there's so much. Can you see relationship as a spiritual path? How are your partnerships? Libra is the air point at the autumnal equinox. The sun is in Libra generally from September 23rd to October 22nd. So we're getting ready to move into that season. So I found it interesting. We pulled that. And then Far Sight fell out of the deck. So I put it up here too. Imagine an eagle soaring high above the earth. Eagles are said to have the best sight of any bird and have often been associated with the air realm. This is because they have the ability to look ahead and see what's coming. They also fly high so they can get a big picture vision of the landscape below. As we create our lives, we too need to develop the ability to rise high so that we can see far into the future. What effects are our actions having on generations to come? How will what we do right now influence the future? Where do we need to be mindful of those coming after us? In our own creations, what do we need to know about the future so we can create in a good way today? So you can ponder some of those and get a message from air. And then the opposing wing, fire, movement. So I pulled the card momentum. Once we get things moving in the direction we want, it's important to keep that forward movement happening by building momentum. That force that causes an object to continue to move in the same direction of its own volition. Building momentum requires patience. When building a fire, you want that fire to last. You're going to begin with tiny little twigs and gradually add larger logs until the fire burns on its own. Likewise, when you're building momentum, you start with baby steps and gradually build the energy until forward movement is assured. Consistent behaviors done over a period of time begin to produce the momentum we need to move our projects forward. So many times it's very difficult to bite off something big. We look at it and we see it seems like such a big project or a big change or a big transformation or shift that we just don't even start. But if we break that down into tiny little baby steps, and if we find those tiny little behaviors that we can do consistently every day, we're going to be a lot farther ahead in the long run. That's why in sacred rhythms, we suggest the flower essences and the essential oils and all the little tiny tools that you can use on a regular basis, really easy, every day. And by the time you get to the end of a moon cycle, you've moved, you've changed, you've grown, you've transformed. So that's the way Mom does it. That's the way the earth does it. And when we consistently vibe with her and make our changes that way, momentum is assured. So think about where you need to build momentum. Where have you been trying to burn the big logs without building a twig fire first? And then what do you need to shift? around that. A lot of times building momentum requires patience. Being in Mercury retrograde does too. And then in the center, the spirit realm, I pulled higher self. Your higher self is the part of you that's always connected to the upper realms and the divine energy. It loves you with an unshakable love that never ends because it knows the depths of who you truly are. Right? It works tirelessly to remind you of this, knowing that when you truly remember your divinity, this life won't seem so difficult. Its goal for you is always going to be self-realization. Even though it loves you deeply, it has very little concern for your egoic needs and desires, and it will always steer you toward the higher path and always meet you with total and unconditional love. So let's take a moment right now and reconnect with your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know right now? So before we move into that, because I don't think I have a slide in here for intention setting, I forgot to put that in. Let's just take a moment right now while we're in journaling mode and write an intention for this full moon. Like you've gotten a lot of information, you've gotten a lot of downloads already, I'm sure. So what kind of intention do you want to set? Or I think I said new moon, I meant to say full moon. So what do you want help with from Pisces and Neptune? What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? Write that intention right now. We're going to dance it into being here in just a minute. Okay, things that are coming up. We've got CCT professional level coming up the 21st and 22nd and the 28th and 29th. That is a 2-part class. There's a couple of spots left in there. If anybody wants to jump in, you need to really jump in by next Wednesday so we can get you activated before we do class. Personal level, and you have to have personal level before you do this level. Personal level is coming October 14th and 15th. Some of you are asking about that, so just know that's coming. I'll update the website. If you didn't get into Priestess in July and you want a chance during 2022, I'm going to do one more circle this year. So starting October 26th, if you're interested in that, you can jump on the website. And then this is something new, beginning October 5th, for those of you that are entrepreneurs. If you've had difficulty getting the word out, or if you know what your sacred mission is, but you don't know how to get it off the ground and get it out there to people. Many of you came to me from summits, and I'm going to teach people how to do those. I went from a tiny little list to a great big list with my first summit that I did. And they're very lucrative. It's a very potent way to get your message out to the world. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me and we can have a conversation. Okay, we are going to dance and activate all of those intentions that you just wrote down. So let's get up and move. Here we go. All right, everyone. So good to have all of you on the call. Thanks for coming. I will see you the same time, the bat station, same bat station next month. And have a good fall season. See you soon.